drive that they say that they testified about, don't have the determination that they preach about, want everybody to give them all kinds of accolades for a whole lot of nothing. And yet they still are willing to jump ship right even before the situation gets bad. Jump ship before the situation that ain't got as bad as it's going to get. You know what I mean? It'll get bad one day. It ain't got as bad. You know? Well, let me tell you why this is important to you. Because, see, the world is not blind as you like to think that they are. They see exactly how God's people are acting. And they're starting to feel as though maybe there isn't anything to it if they were looking over. Because all the people now that were testifying one thing, and now they're running the other direction because they say it got too hard. Well, I'm going to show you what I mean by that. When Jesus was going into a city, there was a man named Zacchaeus, rather. I can't remember what city it was, but there was a man named Zacchaeus who saw him, desired to see him, but was kind of short. There was a crowd around Jesus. He couldn't see him, so he said, well, I'm going to run ahead of these guys. I'm going to get up in a tree. And when I get up in that tree, I'll be able to see him. And Jesus went to where he was and looked up and said, Zacchaeus, come down. I must abide at your place. Zacchaeus came down, being a sinner man that he was, realized that he had been called to center stage. And realizing also who it was that called him. Also recognized that it wasn't good enough to know that he was going to abide at his place, but he also had to review the content of his life. He also had to realize that if he's going to abide at my place, as unworthy as I am, I know I need to clean up my act. He said that half of all my goods, Lord, he said, I'm going to give it to the poor. He said, if I've taken anything wrongfully from anyone else, I restore it to him fourfold. Because he recognized that if he wanted to be a part of what Jesus was doing, he had to fix some things that he did wrong. People who don't want to go through nothing, who are foolish virgins, you know what they do? Something breaks and they leave it broke. They walk off and they leave it for you to fix it. They might need it later, but they ain't going to pass that way because they just want somebody else to do the work. I ain't going to do it. You do it. When it's time for them to use it and it's time for them to need it, they can't go back and get nothing out of it. No, they don't want no part of that. But Zacchaeus, being a sinner, had enough sense to know that when Christian people act like that, it shows up like a beacon. Right? When you didn't think nobody could see your actions and nobody could see your ways, the sinner man is peeping you out. Sinner man is peeping you out, calling you on